Hello again. This is going to be take two on my thoughts on Good Friday. Take one decided to shut off automatically. Perhaps I spent too long. Okay. Good Friday. My thoughts on it. Clearly one of the most important events for Christ's followers is the day that Jesus was crucified, dying for our sins. Now, some people out there do not believe that. Some people believe that the execution maybe never took place. That is incorrect, because we have Roman records that show that there was a Jesus of Nazareth who was actually executed as a criminal, for one thing. There was also Roman records of Jesus, a sorcerer named Jesus, who was practicing sorcery in the countryside in Palestine. Those are outside of the Bible sources there. So that's extra biblical sources, in case you didn't know that. But Pontius Pilate was a character who he had his role to play. Being governor of Palestine, his job was to bring money for the Roman government through taxes, keep the law and order. And he had soldiers, obviously, to help enforce that law. He also had some of the Jewish guys working for him through the temple priests and whatnot. We know this. Think about the Garden of Gethsemane, when a bunch of temple guards and Roman soldiers went to go and arrest Jesus in the garden. Think about it that way. But Pontius Pilate was a guy who was a political ladder climber. He was interested in going to Rome and being the political machine at Rome. Instead, he ended up in Palestine, one of the two armpits of the Roman Empire. It was a hotbed of revolts with the Zealots, and peace was pretty difficult because the Jewish Zealots did not want to be under Roman rule, and they did not want to go and deal with the Roman gods because they still wanted Yahweh. Okay. But there was a point where Pilate put down more than one revolt. He put down apparently one of them that was so bad, so bloody, so cruel, that he had to travel specifically to Rome to answer to Caesar as far as what he did in order to keep the peace there. That's kind of like getting into serious trouble. Okay? Pilate comes back. So when we see Pilate talking to Jesus and he's dealing with the crowds, he had his role to play in God's overall plan. He was also afraid of the emperor's wrath. He was also afraid of displeasing the mob. And what did Pilate do? He took the most expedient way out, and that was crucify Jesus. So again, he had his role to play, and it was already predetermined. If you believe this, you know it was predetermined. But Pilate's story doesn't end there, because he did end up not being governor of Palestine. That wasn't his last post. His last post was being governor of the other armpit of the Roman Empire, Hispania, which today you know it as Spain. Spain and Portugal, the Iberian Peninsula. He ended up committing suicide there. Lost. Sad ending. Sad ending for a man who had his role to play. But if he didn't play his role, Jesus, events probably would have been different. But Jesus needed to die, and he needed to die for redemption of man, for those who would trust him. Think about that. This is not a brain issue, folks. This is not something where logic explains everything. This is a heart issue. And like I said, this video is really an encouragement for Christ followers. It's something to think about. All right? Hey, I hope this helped a little bit in some way. I felt I needed to get this out, and take care, and God bless you, and hope you enjoy the rest of Good Friday. However, Sunday's coming. Amen.